The man who would later become the father of Fuji music, Sikiru Ayinde Barrister, was born on February 9, 1948, in Ibadan, one of the most important cultural cities in southwestern Nigeria. His birth name was Sikiru Ayinde Balogun. He grew up in a Muslim family, and religion played a major role in shaping his early musical journey. As a child, Barrister did not grow up in luxury. Like many children in Yoruba communities at that time, he experienced a modest life filled with discipline, faith, and community traditions. But even as a young boy, people around him noticed something special: his voice. In the 1960s, during the holy month of Ramadan, young Muslim boys would walk through neighborhoods before dawn, singing to wake people up for sahur, the pre-fast meal. This tradition was called Ajisari music. Young Barrister became one of these singers. He led groups of boys moving through the streets of Ibadan, singing rhythmic chants accompanied by simple percussion. But Barrister was different. Instead of just repeating traditional chants, he began to improvise lyrics, add storytelling, praise community leaders, create rhythm patterns slowly. Ajisari music began evolving under his leadership. This was the first seed of Fuji music. In the late 1960s, Nigeria entered one of the most difficult periods in its history. The Nigerian Civil War, 1967-1970. During this time, Barrister joined the Nigerian army. His time in the military exposed him to different cultures, different musical sounds, wider audiences. When the war ended and he returned to civilian life, he brought a new vision for music. Ajisari would no longer remain a small Ramadan street chant. He was about to transform it into something much bigger. In the early 1970s, Barrister expanded Ajisari music by introducing bigger drum ensembles, talking drums, Yoruba praise poetry, social commentary, longer performances. Around 1972, he officially gave the genre a name: Fuji. According to Barrister, the word came from hearing about Mount Fuji in Japan. He liked the name because it symbolized greatness and height, and his dream was clear. Fuji music would rise above all other street music. By the mid-1970s, Barrister moved deeper into the entertainment scene of Lagos. At the time, Lagos nightlife was dominated by high-life juju music apala, but Fuji introduced something new: raw street energy, mixed with deep Yoruba philosophy. Barrister's performances became famous for long musical sessions, powerful drumming, poetic Yoruba lyrics, praise singing for wealthy patrons. Soon Fuji music spread across Ibadan. Abeokuta, Lagos Fuji became the voice of the Yoruba working class. As Fuji became popular, another powerful Fuji musician emerged: Ayinla Kollington. The rivalry between Barrister and Kollington became one of the biggest in African music history. Fans divided themselves into two camps: Barrister supporters, Kollington supporters. Both musicians released albums that sometimes indirectly attacked each other through coded Yoruba proverbs. This rivalry lasted for decades, but it also pushed Fuji music to become even more creative and competitive. By the 1980s and 1990s, Barrister was already considered a legend. He earned titles such as Fuji creator, Fuji oracle, the pioneer of Fuji music. He released over 70 albums, many of which became classics in Yoruba music culture. His music talked about politics, religion, social values, respect, and discipline. Yoruba traditions, Fuji music was no longer just entertainment. It had become a cultural archive of Yoruba society. Many Fuji stars that came after Barrister were influenced by his innovation. Some of the biggest include Wasiu Ayinde Marshal, K1 The Ultimate, Saheed Osupa, Abass Akande Obesere, Adewale Ayuba. These artists modernized Fuji, but still respected the foundation Barrister built. In his later years, Barrister faced health challenges. On December 16, 2010, the Fuji pioneer passed away in London, in the United Kingdom, at the age of 62. News of his death shocked fans across Nigeria and the Yoruba diaspora. Tributes poured in from musicians, politicians, and cultural leaders. Many described him as the man who gave Yoruba street culture its musical voice. Today, Fuji music remains one of the strongest cultural expressions in Yoruba society. The legacy of Sikiru Ayinde Barrister lives on in Yoruba language preservation. Fuji concerts across Nigeria, new Fuji artists, continuing the tradition. What started as Ramadan street chants grew into a global Yoruba musical movement. The story of Barrister proves something powerful. A young boy singing in the streets of Ibadan created a music genre that shaped an entire culture. That is the true story of the rise of Fuji. Sikiru Ayinde Barrister, the father of a musical empire. If you enjoyed this story and want more untold histories of African legends, subscribe to the channel and join us for the next story.